difficult because we first had to understand the European framework, all these legal documents, all these guidelines, which was fair for us to move forward and make sure that during the accession we had everything what we should have done to join the EU. This is why today I would like to... Is it okay now? Hasn't it? This is why today I would like to step one back a little bit, which is namely about the association agreement. I like to ask a question, and I really would like to have honest answers. How many of you had the opportunity to take a look on your association agreement with the EU? Please put your hands on. Very good. I would like to suggest for those who hasn't had the opportunity and go and see what's on. I don't know how to use this application. Okay. So, as yesterday I already told you, I'm from an organization who are very much focusing on the sharing the democratic experiences, and in this regard we had the opportunity to manage many projects, but our heart is with Eastern Partnership countries and especially with Ukraine. So let's move to the association agreement. So here is the first page of this treaty. Every single time when I open this document, it's very emotional for me. It's really emotional. It's a treaty, it's a legal document. But if you go into the details, you will have a better understanding, and you will put also your emotional part of your mind and your enthusiasm about this basically very long and very boring document. It's almost 2,000 pages long, but you know the really essence it's around 200. And on that link, what you can see is the Ukrainian version of the treaty. So you can click on that and read those parts which might be relevant for you. Why am I showing this document? It's a basic statement about why we are here and why we can do it. This project and many others, and also why you could sign this association agreement. It's based on common values. We have common values with you. This is why we can work together, to think together. Very similar historical heritage, culture, and the real many already happened nice stories between people to people in the history of this region. This document, it's about for you how to associate and also how to participate in programs and also your agencies to participate in many issues. Of course, this agreement is about peace and stability here in regional and in interregional dimension. I am not an economist. I am a civil society leader. And after reading this document, because I had the opportunity to read, the aims of this document, it's about democracy and market economy. And I do believe that there is no democracy without market economy, and there is no market economy without democracy. Therefore, it's very crucial in your country to do the reform and reinforce the rule of law, human rights, and fundamental freedoms. The process already started in terms of the development of the civil society. In the past few years, we already started to develop common projects among the civil society, and just myself, as I mentioned to you yesterday, I've been 10 times just this year here in Ukraine to participate in different type of development projects, from urban development to political leadership, and this particular one. I do believe that it's very important for the business actors and all the representatives from local governments to understand that this type of framework, which helps to strengthen the democracy, is crucial. For CSOs, it's about promoting dialogue with other European actors, and also it's an opportunity for you to integrate yourself into the policy discussion. If you think that you are responsible for economical development, everything should start with helping to establish the institutional framework, which is about the better life for this country. And it's not going to happen without the stakeholders. And there are just, beside the government, there are many other stakeholders who should sit around the same table and discuss your reforms, your strategy, and the implementation. It's not just the government who has work and responsibility to have a better life here in this country. It's also every single activist and stakeholder from the countryside on the community level should be active in this regard. This is why I am asking the association agreement. I think if you are representing regions and different parts of the sector here in Ukraine, it's also your job to explain, to do public awareness about the importance and the reality and the real actions behind the association agreement to those people who are living in the community, in the countryside, and really had no opportunity to understand better what this whole initiative is about. So I think it's your job, and believe me, during the implementation, as far as I remember the 90s when we did this in my country, it was not just the bureaucracy of the European Union, but it was also fun. We had a lot of opportunities to listen, to meet, to debate, to have dialogue, to have consultation, and these are the words most commonly you can see in your association agreement. It's about cooperation among stakeholders, dialogue with political stakeholders on the EU and on the Ukrainian level. And it's also an opportunity for you to build the best possible framework when you can immediately, from the very beginning, to feed your government with the information, to help them to prepare all these strategic documents, and etc. So it's not just something that is going to happen. You, from now or from any time, you can and you have to participate in this process. And why it's a mutual learning? I do believe that in the past few years, since I'm very active here in this country, I learned a lot. Most of the projects, every single time when a new project idea comes into our mind, it's because of these projects, of these events, of these workshops, and of this ongoing participation and understanding of the culture, of your heritage, and also your real wish about the future. So, if I may add one more thing before I give the floor to the other speakers, that there is also on the website of the European delegation, when you can find the so-called frequently asked questions about the association agreement. Here you can see that you are, as companies and business sector, in a quite good shape. This number shows that just after the first 6 months in 2014, the experts has risen, the figures has risen from 25% to 33%. This is something, this is not nothing, please believe me. It doesn't matter what else you can see, the progress is on. And of course, the modernization of the Ukrainian industry is needed in any case. And all these international production standards, it's needed. But with the assistant investment and advice of the European actors,
you will be successfully made this. But it's a long process, and what I experienced, you need to have patience, you have to keep the faith, and you have to work very intensively in the next few years to achieve what your president told, that in 5 years you would be ready to join the EU. So for that I would like to wish good health, enthusiasm, and of course God bless all of you. And in view of the upcoming Christmas, I also would like to give you my best wishes to you and your family, and a very happy New Year. And thank you very much for your attention. And